All right, once again, today is Monday, February the 8th, 7SP1. Somebody read that to us.
I can use the sample to get information about a population with 60 masters.
All right, so today we're moving into some statistics and probability types questions. All right, a few vocabulary. Someone tell us what a random sample is.
A random sample is a sample in which every element in the population has an equal chance of being selected.
Good job. Last year in 6th grade, you might have had some questions where you had to answer, and it was a good question to get data from everybody or just some people. So we're talking about a random sample. It has to give everyone a fair chance of being selected. All right, what's the population?
The entire group considered for a survey.
All right, population is the entire group that goes for that survey. All right, what's a representative sample?
An evenly distributed group.
Good job. It selects from an evenly distributed group. That's where it may use a pattern every fourth person. It may use a particular method, drawing a name from a hat, or it may divide the population into groups. Let's say if we're talking about school, we may have a group for a specific grade levels. So that would be a representative sample as long as everyone has a chance of being selected. What's a bias sample?
A sample that does not represent the whole population.
Good job. A sample that doesn't represent the whole population. That's where you let people volunteer. Remember, if I volunteer to do something, that's because I wanted to do it. But we wouldn't have data from those who don't like it. Choosing people that's easy to reach. Oh, I'm going to choose the people that's closest to the door. That would not be a representative sample. That's a biased sample because everyone is not getting a fair chance. So when we're talking about these different samples, those are the main two things we need to ask ourselves. Is it a representative sample? Did everybody get a chance? Or is it a biased sample? It's only looking for a particular group. All right, can someone read that to us?
You can use data from a random sample to generalize about a population.
Good job. So the data that we receive from these samples can help us receive information about the population. We can learn various things as the people who participated in it, what were the rewards, if they were any, things of that different nature. All right, our practice is found in its normal spot. Everyone should know how to get to it by now. All right, once you make it there, or you're just looking at my screen, someone read number 1 to us once we get there.
The manager of a bagel shop wants to add some new flavors that will appeal to his customers. Which surveying method is most likely to produce a representative sample of the bagel shop company?
All right, so before we even move into trying to answer this question, what do we say a representative sample is?
Everybody vote.
Everyone what? Representative sample, anybody? What is it? We can't answer a question and we don't know what it's asking.
Population as a whole.
All right, so we got a bagel shop. They said they're looking for new flavors that will appeal to customers. Bagel shop, customers. So those are the main things we're talking about right now. Let's look at A. A says survey any customer who is over the age of 20. Would that be a representative sample?
No.
No.
Why you say no?
We're not looking for the age.
I
It gotta
need,
be as a whole, not just age over 20.
say that again, Destiny.
It's just not the age over 20.
All right, what did they tell us we were looking for? New flavors from who?
The customers.
Okay, does the age of the customer matter?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No,
So that means this is not a representative sample, this is a bias sample. It's only talking about those over 20. What about those younger than 20? All right, look at B. B says survey every 5th customer who enters the bagel shop.
No.
Why you say no, Jamal?
It didn't say nothing about fifth player. Fifth customer.
Okay, so let me go back to something real quick. Since you said it didn't say nothing about that, excuse the rambling on my screen. Okay, so let's look at this again. What did we say represents a representative sample? Using a what?
Using a pattern.
Okay, so I can say every 4th person. I can say every 10th person. What else is another way to represent a representative sample? Using a what?
Method.
Yeah, I can pull a name from a hat. I can pull a name from a raffle ticket. What's the third way of representing a representative sample?
dividing population
into groups.
Okay, so that's what goes when I go to say we cannot answer a question that we do not know what the question is asking. That means we first have to understand what a representative sample is. Now let's go back. So we already said A will work because that's biased. B says survey every 5th customer who entered the bagel shop.
Yes.
Yes, because it's a pattern.
Oh, thank you. Somebody using a pattern. Yeah, I could do that. Every 5th customer isn't putting them by male, female. It isn't grouping them by how old they are. All right, look at C. C says survey all men and women between the ages of 18 and 20.
No.
Why you say no?
No.
they still talking about age.
All right, D says survey every 5th female who enters the bagel shop.
No, because what if a male walks in?
All right, so which of these represent that representative sample?
B.
Me not see.
That's what I mean by pay attention to what they're asking you and will that meet the qualifications? Any questions about it? And just like I asked you why you say it'll work and it don't work, that's something you have to get in the mind of asking yourself. Okay, I said it works, but why do I say it works? All right, someone read number 2 to us.
The owner of an art supply store wants to know which arts are popular among her customers. Determine whether each selection method will likely create a representative sample. Choose yes or no for each method.
All right, so now we're talking about an art supply store and the arts that are popular among her customers. I'm gonna give you a second or so to have a look at those answer choices and think about which ones we can say yes to and which ones we can say no to for not being a representative sample. Remember, a representative sample involves everyone. Anyone thought of one? It's only 5 choices, so that means out of the 5 that's there, which one did I look at? Which one did I say yes, no, and I want to share with the class?
No.
No for what, Jamal?
Yes for C.
All right, Destiny, you said
No.
yes. Hold on, Jamal. Hold on, Jamal. All right, Destiny, you say C, yes. Why you say yes for C?
Because it says every 5th person at the painting exhibit. And 5th is a pattern.
All right, now who did they tell us we want to receive information from?
Her customers.
Customers. Will only customers attend that painting exhibit?
No.
So are you still
No.
agreeing to that? Yes or no? Are you sticking with yes? All right, Jamal, which one were you looking at?
Person.
And what are you saying for the first one?
No, because that was for the customers.
Good job. It said employees, we wanted the customers. All right, someone else.
D.
All right, what you saying about D?
Yes, it's a pattern.
Every 5th customer who purchased sketching supplies. So just because I purchased sketching supplies, does that mean I like art?
No.
No.
It did have a pattern. However, that piece at the end threw it off. Now, if they would have just said every 5th person who made a purchase, that would have worked. All right, we got B and E left.
E.
All right, what you say, Alyssa?
No,
Why you say no?
because it doesn't involve everyone.
Don't involve everyone. What if I only had $10 to spend? That means I can't go into you asking me if I like art? No, that's not fair. All right, think about B. Every customer whose name is picked and randomly from a list of all the customers.
No.
All right, Jamal, that's like saying I want to reward. Hold on, that's like saying I want to reward 3 students in the 7th grade. So I get a list of all my 7th graders and I picked 3 of those lists. You saying that won't be representative, Jamal?
Yes.
Yes, that will work. Everybody gets a chance. Remember, they said every customer from a list of all the customers. That involves everybody. Any questions about it? So some of the main things to ask. Who are they trying to survey? Will it involve everyone? If it doesn't, it is not a representative sample. Any questions about it? All right, someone read number 3 to us.
Carla has a list of all 720 students in her middle school. She writes the name of each student on a slip of paper and puts each slip into a box. Then she pulls 30 names from the box to decide who she will survey about the upcoming school election. What are different attributes of students or different groups of students that should be represented in the
So we got a whole list of 720 students, and she pulled 30. So they want to know about how many students would be in her sample. How many did she pull?
30.
30? So
30.
Your sample is part of the whole. That's what we're using to help us determine what that whole is going to look like. So her sample involves 30 people. And how many students are in the entire population?
720.
So the entire population involves everyone. So make sure we're able to pinpoint the difference. The sample is those that I'm doing for my survey, and the population is everyone. All right, the second part of that said, what are different attributes of students or different groups of students that should be represented in this sample? So let's think about a middle school. Think about a middle school and think about what kinds of students should be included in this sample. Give you a few seconds to think about it. If they do this sample at J.E. Johnson, what kind of students should be in that group of 30?
7.
What you mean by 7, Destiny?
The 7th graders.
All right, so that's a particular grade. All right, what else? All right, think about your school. Who do you go to school with? You by yourself? Is it an all-girl school? Is it an all-boys school?
It's a diverse school.
Okay, so who should be included? Should it be all girls? Should it be all boys?
Girls and boys.
Okay. What else do you know about middle school? How old are children in middle school?
12 to 14.
It's a mixture of ages. Any other characteristics of the students in your school that should be in that sample?
Height.
What you say, Jamal?
Nothing.
All right, so we can sort by grade levels. You said we can have a mixture of boys and girls should be in the sample. We should have different age groups in the sample. Should there be any other attributes in the sample? Or you think that just about covered? Can we say anything else about the sample?
Covers it.
All right. Destiny said that covers it. All right, can someone read the next question to us?
A graphing calculator or spreadsheet can be used to create a list of random numbers. Describe one way you could use this list of numbers to choose the students for a sample.
All right, so everybody was was given a random number, and now we want to choose amongst those random numbers to represent a sample. What's one way we can use to choose those two?
Try.
All right, look at what they gave us. They gave us random numbers. What do we know about numbers?
Even all.
What else do we know about numbers?
The small ones and the bigger ones.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Greater than.
So we can have an even number, an odd number, it could be a small number, it could be a large number. I can do it. So if we want to choose a sample, what characteristics would you say need to be included in my sample to represent everybody? Or let's say I gave you all these different numbers and I said you need to randomly choose 5. What would be some of your characteristics to help you choose 5? I'm gonna give you an example. One of my favorite numbers is 3. So if I had the option to randomly choose, one of my thoughts is the number must have 3. What are some other characteristics that we can separate it to? Jamal, you said even, odd. So if you had to choose which group you want, even or odd?
Even separated by 2.
Somebody else, what are some other characteristics?
Only having 2 place values.
I like that one, Tamir. I like that one. Must have 2 place values. All right. Anybody else got on your thinking cap? What's one of your ways? All right. So we listed 3. You only needed 1. Tamir, I really like that one. That's really outside the box. All right, somebody read the next one to us.
The events committee wants to survey students about a school dance. The committee is meeting in the gym where the girls' basketball team is practicing. They survey the players on the girls' basketball team.
All right, would you say this sample is fair, meaning representative, or would it be biased? It's only for a particular group. All right, they said they're surveying students about a school dance. They decided to meet in the gym, and the girls' basketball team is practicing. So they only surveyed the girls' basketball team. Is that fair? Did everybody have a chance to be surveyed? Or is it biased only a particular group?
Bias.
Bias. Bias.
Why you say bias?
Because
it's only a particular group.
Only the girls' basketball team was surveyed because they were in the gym. That's like being on campus and I need to ask all my 7th graders, but I say, oh, I'm only ask the group of 7th graders with me at that moment. That's not fair to everybody else. So make sure we're able to pinpoint if something is fair or biased based on the information they gave us. Any questions about it?
Miss Catches, what's that word after basketball?
Was.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's a little sloppy. All right, someone read this next scenario to us.
A store owner wants to survey customers about the products he sells. He programs the computer to select 100 customers from the mailing list and sends them each a survey.
Would we say that's fair or would that be biased?
Fair.
All right, why you say fair, Connor?
He programmed the computer to select 100 of his customers.
So that means everyone is on the mailing list. And if I was selected, it's by chance. That's like winning the lottery. Everybody got all these numbers, but if you got that lucky number, you the winner. I like it. So this one would be fair. Everyone is on the mailing list, so everyone had a chance of being selected. So make sure you give that part that says explain your reasons. Make sure you're able to tell us why you say fair and unfair. Good job, Connor. All right, now we're going to compare a few sections. It says the teachers in the school are asked to send 4 students from their homerooms to represent the class. Look at what they said. Sending 4 students from their homerooms to represent the class. All right, somebody read method 1 to us.
Mrs. Rose put the names of all the girls in a box and chooses 2 without looking. Then she does the same for the boys' names.
Okay, somebody read method 2.
Mr. Burns sent the 4 students sitting closer to the door.
What about method 3, somebody?
Mrs. Rosati puts the names of all the students in a box, mixes the names, and pulls out 4 names without looking.
What do you recognize about these different methods? What about method 1? Ms. Rose put all the girls in a box, pulled out 2 names. She did all the boys and pulled out 2 names. Would you say that's a representative sample or would that be biased sample?
Representative.
Representative.
Why would you say representative?
Because she used both boy and girl.
She did both of them.
Good job. She did it for the girls and then she did it for the boys. It would be biased if she only did it for the girls. All right, method 2. They said Mr. Bird chose 4 students that were closer to the school.
Bias.
Yeah, that's bias. He choosing those right there by the door. Here, y'all go, y'all right there. That means what about the kid at the back? What about the child that's on the other side of the room? They may want to be one of the 4 students. All right, look at method 3. She put all the names in a box, she mixed them up, and then she pulled out 4 names.
Representative.
Everyone had a chance of being selected. All right, so it said compare the selection methods we just did. Do you think each one creates a random or bias? We just stated. And then they want to know which is more likely to be represented. Which one?
Method 3.
Why you say method 3, Elizabeth?
Because she
mixes the name.
Okay, that was Tamir or Alyssa. Either one of you, y'all was talking together.
Because she mixed the names of everybody in one box.
Good job. She has everyone in one box. Method 1 is also representative. However, they didn't say we needed 2 girls and they didn't say we needed 2 boys. So method 3 is most representative. So that means everybody is in there together. We won't have 2 of each. It'll just be whoever is chosen. Good job. Any questions about it? All right, I think we're getting pretty good at determining if it's biased or representative. All right, number 8. It says the producers of a television singing contest are conducting a survey on their website to see who viewers think should win the competition. Julie says that this method will create a random sample of the people who watch the show. Do you agree? So we got this TV show. They're doing a competition on their website to where I can go to their website and choose who should win the competition. Would that be a random sample of the people who watch the show? All right, let me ask you this. Will everyone have a chance of choosing who should win?
Yes.
Yes.
Why you say? Okay, you said yes. How do I get to choose who wins?
Go to the website.
What if I don't go to the website? Will they know who I say will win?
No.
Okay, so let me ask you again. Will this be a random sample for the people who watch the show?
No.
No.
No. I may not vote on the website. But that doesn't mean I don't watch the show. If you've ever watched the voting show, they always have different ways you can vote for who you think should win. I like to see the people competing, but I don't always do that extra part where they tell me to vote. I mean, that is not a random sample. Any questions about it? All right, this morning I did post a note in Schoology. For the past 2 weeks, I have been asking us to complete STAR Math and iReady Math, and we still have several students who still need to complete. Those who need to complete iReady: Kaden, Brianna, Sanila, Madeline, Capri, Keelan, Jaden, Jeremiah, Jakiriana, Jeffrey, Devontae, Sanaya, Zakiriana, Tamir, Creighton, Tyler, Aaliyah, Zakiriana, Armani, Austin, and Kendrick. Make sure that gets complete before Friday. We also have some of you who still need to complete STAR Math. The monitor password is admin3. That will be Takara, Madeline, Capri, Williams, Sanaya, Tamira, Destiny, Nicholson, Veronica, Jaden, Zakiria, Jakala, Kendrick, Elijah, Jeremiah, Tyler, Corey, Devontae, Aaliyah, Jakiriana, Jawan, Austin, Keelan, Frederick, Brianna, Jeffrey, Armani, Kennard, Zakiriana, Shantasia, and Sanila. So let's do our best to make sure that is complete before this Friday. Today is Monday. I hope you started off with a great morning. If not, hope you have a great Monday.
See you later.
Have a great day.
You too.